Hey guys, I'm back, and today in this video I'm going to be doing another update on the tank. So in this video I'm just going to do a little voiceover. So this is me just doing some maintenance on the tank. So yeah, let's jump right in. So the main thing is I've got news about my crab. I did have an emerald crab in here. I wasn't really doing much in there, just moving stuff and annoying my corals and snipping them. Which I didn't like, so I got rid of that now. And probably in the next video, the tank will be on the other side of the room, because I need to make space for my new tank, which will be maybe in the next video, maybe the one after. So this is, I don't really do much maintenance on this tank, but I just felt to get some good camera footage. So this is me cleaning the glass. I use a Fritz glass cleaner. It makes the glass really slippery, so then when you're going across with the cleaner magnet, it's really slippery, so it's easy to move around. The bubble on my hammer coral is, well, I would say it's slowly deflating now, so I think the heads have probably nearly already grown, and we might even see some more bubbles growing on the other heads, because there's about a total of like 6 heads. And it's a branching hammer, so heads come out of the side as well, so it's much faster growing. So I got probably about 15 heads around the whole branching off. So they're literally tiny, about half the size of a pea, but they are starting. I don't know how quickly they'll grow. Yeah, probably pretty slow because it's got a large skeleton. What I need to do as well is I got a blade for it's like a sharp blade to go on this Tunzi magnet glass cleaner, so I can get all the bits of coralline in the corners of my glass and the bits of hard algae that I can't get off with just the normal magnet. And I've only recently noticed the top of my GSP, how close it is to the grates, so it's virtually getting there, but it won't reach it before the new tank. Actually no, it might do. I might even have to chop it down, because that GSP is growing. It's really reaching. The more it grows up, the faster it grows. It's getting even closer to the lights, which means more par levels. So this is me testing nitrates. I do this probably weekly, same with alkalinity as well, maybe twice a week at the most. So what we do first is we add 1 ml of aquarium water into, well, we get 1 ml of aquarium water, we get a little sample of that, and then we put 4 ml of NO3, yeah, so 4 drops of this, and then we put it has to be a level scoop of this powder stuff. It says on the bottle what it is, not really too sure what it's called, so I think that was 4, hopefully. And then it's this stuff, so you have to make sure you get a perfectly level scoop, and make sure none of it gets on the sides of the container. Make sure it all goes in the water, and then you have to stir it for 30 seconds, and then you let it sit for 3 minutes, and then you're ready to test. So there's a lot of test kits out there, but Salifert definitely the most reliable and the most accurate test kits. I mean, there's the Red Sea ones. I mean, they're pretty good, but they take about, I think the nitrate test kit, you have to wait about 10 to 15 minutes, which is way too long. We got about the same test results. So Salifert definitely best test kits for all tests as well. I've always used that. So I've just stirred that up for 30 seconds. So now we sit and wait for that 3 minutes, and then this is 3 minutes later. You check out on the chart, see what colour is what. So you can see it's right above the 2.5 mark, so I would say about 3. So 3 ppm nitrate. I don't have a skimmer. I haven't done a water change in about 6 weeks, and I feed as heavily as I can. It's struggling to go up. It's my biological media. I have Biohome Ultimate Marine in the back, which is really helping sucking down all the nutrients, and it's the type of food I'm feeding as well. I'm feeding New Life Spectrum probiotics. It's really healthy for the fish, and then the fish produce virtually 0 waste, I never see any waste in the tank. And the sponge I clean out probably every week, yeah, every week now. So yeah, I'm only running a sponge now, so this only gets the large bits of stuff that goes over the overflow, so that all the small bits that biological has to cope with. So that will also help with nutrients. So I just squeeze that out into some RO water and then I put it back. It's really simple. And next I'm going to clean my pump, so I've got to take this lid off, which is really annoying. On the new tank I'm just going to have like a little net on it, a little jump guard thing. I'm not going to have a massive lid, which is really irritating. So this pump I clean out probably every month. This is the last time I'm going to do it on this tank until I get the new tank. So you just unscrew the dual outlet nozzles, put that aside, and then you just simply lift the pump out. I'm not running stock pump on this because the stock pump was way too big. I couldn't fit my heater in the back chamber, so I had to go for the Eheim Compact 600, so it's a little bit more powerful and it's a lot more smaller. I had a little bit of difficulty getting this open. Was the first time I've opened it. My dad usually does the pump bit, but it's a little bit complicated, but I need to start doing all this kind of stuff by myself now. So you see the impeller there is really dirty, so I just did that in the water because my nitrates are at 3 ppm. I can afford to put them up to like 5 or maybe up to 10 at the most. And then I just have a little bit of a clean inside the actual the main pump. I mean, I have a little bit of brush on the impeller just to get the hard bits of slightly harder bits of algae that won't just rinse off. So this is the main bit of the pump, so just rinsing that out real quick. I mean, it's mainly the impeller that gets dirty. This, that you don't really have to worry about. Just give it a quick rinse, and then just put that the cage bit, like the kind of lid bit, back on, and then that hose just slides in really easily, and then you just slide it back down. Make sure it's suckered onto the bottom as well, because you don't want that moving about. So yeah, I had to go for the smaller pump because the heater that I got in here is I think it's made by Shago. Yeah, it's called a Shago titanium heat bar, and it's 100 watts. Yeah, I know this is a like 45-50 litre tank, but it makes sure it heats up really quick, and then I make sure that the range is only by 0.2, so it goes down by 0.2 and then by 0.2 degrees, and then the heater turns on, and then it goes up to like 26. So I set it to 26, so the tank never goes higher than 26 degrees. So this pole score, yeah, I kind of had a little bit of a situation with this. This pole score is ugly, it's brown, it's horrible, and it's sucking down like no nutrients, so it's not worth having in the tank. So I've decided to take that out. The tank actually after this looks a little bit bigger, so I took a large bit of space out. And I got my scissors here, I did try and snip as much of the pole score that was all over the rocks. So I did these main bits here that have grown onto that rock. And the main colony of pole squirrel went into my dad's tank because he's got 2 clownfish as well that host the clownfish. Mine don't really seem that interested in it. They've kind of hosted the overflow and the water surface and, you know, whatever. They haven't really hosted the coral, which I was kind of hoping that they would host the torch coral. Was that look kind of cool? So I've only kept one tiny little frag of pole squirrel that's attached onto a rock, so I guess I'll just keep it in there until the new tank, which in the new tank I don't want a single polyp of pole squirrel because it's horrible, it's ugly. It doesn't even suck that many nutrients down anyway, because unless it's massive, then yeah, it'll really help. But I'm going to be having a skimmer anyway, and a big one as well, so I won't really need corals to any mad soft corals to suck down my nutrients. And this sand sifting as well will help with was all the nutrients kept in the sand. This will release them all up into the water. So after all this maintenance, I'm sure my nitrates would have gone up to like 4, which is nice as well. I want them. I shouldn't really be doing this with a toothbrush. It was just what I had in my hands, so I just kind of started stirring around. I should really do it with like a little manual pump to sift through it, or maybe even a siphon, but there's no detritus in it, so I don't really need a siphon, so I just quickly stirred it about. But what is annoying now is that the tank is really misty, and it stayed like this for about an hour after, which is a little bit annoying. But I mean, it had to be done. But it didn't have to be. But I kind of wanted my nutrients a little bit higher. Another thing really annoying about this lid is you get water everywhere. Like you get condensation on the lid, I think. And then every time you take the lid off, you have to hover it over the water surface for all the water droplets to go down, which is really annoying. So I can't wait until on the new tank I'm not going to have a big lid, just a big lid. It'll be just a net. I know I will get evap, then I will need a auto top off ATO. So there's probably going to have to be a dehumidifier in the house, which is about 200 quid. I think maybe 100, just to take all the water out of the air, so you don't get any mold in the house. So that'll do it with this update. You'll see me next week. Like, subscribe and comment, and yeah, I'll see you next week. Bye.